This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
Born. Wait, why can't I sit properly in this chair? Nini mba?
Niko sawa?
Niko salama, niko sawa. Okay, yes. Sai, niko sawa.
Nice.
Dennis said good morning.
Good morning.
If you are born in June, stand up, stand up. If you are born in June, stand up, and dance like an apple tree. God bless you.
How does an apple tree dance?
I don't know. We used to sing it when we were kids. So now, everybody...
Have you ever seen an apple tree?
Yes, I've seen an apple tree. But they say like now, if you want to shake the fruit off the tree, then you shake the tree, then you see the tree dancing.
I think the only thing that dances would be a coconut tree.
Like the palm tree.
The palm tree.
Yeah.
That one, I know for a sure. Dance.
All right.
Kofiti?
Niko poa.
Hey, nakwambia. I gotta be honest.
Be honest. In front.
You know, it's the little things most of the time, yeah? And today, I gotta say, aside from having beautiful eyes, the lipstick you wear today, it's matted, it's burgundy or maroon. It looks really, really nice. Really, really, really nice, I must say.
Si twende home basti.
Today.
Do that take kufanya show sasa? How are we going to begin even?
That's how I do kweli. Yeah. Swahili would say kizuri cha jiuza kibaya cha jitembeza. Kizuri cha jiuza mama.
Kiju what?
Kizuri cha jiuza kibaya cha jitembeza.
We, umesikia kutembeza EVE. Why, Dennis? See, you are the compliment giver. My goodness. Is there a place you guys go to school to learn these things? Sheesh. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can concentrate now even to say good morning. If he was here, and I know what she did, she set the camera away from her so that she was coming to help me do something. But she was here. At some point, you will see her, I promise you. So, we are on, I can't, you see now, I'm just confused. Don't even know where my phone is. See, utuambie sasa tunaongea kuhusu nini leo.
Hey, so, if I can also just get it, because technology does the thing. So at 7 a.m. we shall be having a discussion around the budget. The Wenyenchi budget. Now, it is a divide to the proposed Finance Bill 2026-2027. So we look at the proposals that have been put into the Finance Bill and how that then translates to Monanchi and how Monanchi is taken the same. So to have that discussion with us will be Martha Karua, who is the PLP party leader and presidential aspirant 2027. Interesting to see what as well the United Opposition have to say about the same. And at 8 a.m. we talk about the continent, Mother Africa, and that will be Africa in Focus, pandemic, conflict, democracy, and the Pan-African dream. So we talk about the pandemic. We call you Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda have recorded cases. We also have American citizens who have the disease, and the entire conversation on how Kenya as well finds itself in that conversation. So to have that discussion will be Ahmed Hashi, foreign policy expert, as we go further to what is happening in Senegal and the political turmoil that the country finds itself in, as well as xenophobia coming from South Africa, especially after 300 Ghanaians were taken back the country. So interesting to see when we talk about Pan-Africanism. Is it a reality, or is it just another interesting word that does not mean anything to the residents of the continent? And at 9 a.m. we have Dennis Moria, who is the GM Business Development, Britam Life Assurance. And here we're talking about legacy planning. How you save today for, not for you, but for your loved ones when you're not here. Because remember, in life, it is not about if,
but
it's about
when.
Those are the conversations we will be having a little bit later.
That's what it looks like this morning. Karibuni sana. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. As we get into it, are you wondering if the live streams are up? Yes, they are. YouTube, Facebook, X, find us there, and then be able to push these conversations into the different corners. And also our audience on KTN this morning, a very good morning to you. Dennis Aseto is wearing one of those sweaters, and he's come with a basket full of compliments for me.
For you, yes.
Thanks.
For you.
Yes, Karibu Sana. And EVE was here. Joylene is here. She's also said a word or two. So everybody's here, packed house, full house, and we're ready to go. Tindio?
Yes.
Let's say good morning because you're tuned in. Before we do that,
Ghana.
we're in Ghana.
We're in Ghana today. Land that has gold, they need to start processing it and owning it. Land that has cocoa, we need to start buying Ghanaian chocolates.
Yes, we
I
do.
know there's a lady who's doing something with it.
Actually, I was going to say that.
know?
I think she's quite famous.
Yes.
She is actually starting to make Ghanaian,
Ghanaian
chocolates.
chocolates, yes.
So I think that's great.
That's really, really great. But let's go to the proverb. The strange does not know where village elder was buried.
The who?
The strange. The strange.
The strange people.
Strange people. The strange does not know where village elder was buried.
Oh, okay. Hey, God of
Don't overthink
Elijah.
it.
I don't know. I think about the village setting and that it's the people within the village or the people who've grown up there, live there, who are aware of the details. And I also look at the traditional setting. I think about where I'm from, Igbodo.
Yes.
And it's not everybody who knows where you bury your dead in the village setting. That it is the person who knows the place, who knows now where the dead are buried. If you don't have a grave just there for everybody to see, that it's the person who understands the inner workings of the village, then who knows where the dead have been buried. So a stranger is not going to just rock up and say, I know where this person is buried.
Yes.
So I guess the people who are not strangers are the ones who will then be able to tell you about a certain thing.
Spot on. That's it. So it's like when you go to Rome, you do as Romans do.
Yeah.
Don't get in. I will not invite you into my house. The next thing I see is you're in my bedroom. I'm going to slap the hell out your face. So so when you are a visitor, when you are a stranger, humble yourself and let the people show you how it's done.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just think of another saying that, I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, that the new cockerel in the yard stands on one leg
Yes.
before and then gets to know the lay of the land before he puts the second leg down. Get to know the lay of the land.
Get another lay of the land.
Indeed. All right, so let's say a very good morning to you as you're tuned in today. Karibu sana. Always lovely to have you in the room. And even as we get into these conversations, thank you. And I think, you know what? A lot of times we have these rules about conversations that we have. Oh, don't be too upset.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be too sensitive. Oh, don't be too angry. Oh, don't be so boring. Oh, don't be so...
let me tell you, if it makes me be pissed off, I'm going to be pissed off. If it's making me angry, I'm going to be angry. If it needs to be addressed and you need to call the BS out, call it out.
That's why
Because
this is
for a very long time, we've not done that. Look where we are.
And this is why we are in a lot of the problems that we are in.
Yeah.
Because we don't speak out about certain things and we just allow them to keep going on and on.
Yep.
And so that's why it looks as though somebody is upset today. Because we don't speak about these things that affect us. And this video that I watched over the weekend, and it just is ringing in my mind. It's a Ugandan speaker and he lives in the UK.
Yeah.
But he said, you know what? You know why folk in different parts of the world are able to get things done? Because everything that affects them in a negative way, they're writing a letter, they're going to see somebody, they're speaking about it, they're talking about it all the time. The light post at the end of Mayfair Street is broken. Until somebody comes to fix it.
Yes.
They will write letters, they will petition people, they will have meetings, they will call their elderman, they will speak about it.
The lights flickered. Not
Excuse
the black
me, hey.
flickered. We need to understand why.
Why
because
this
we have
bulb?
patients in hospital.
Yeah. This is what we're talking about. And that's why it seems as though stuff gets done.
Yeah.
Because people are involved in their governance.
Thank you.
You see that people are getting upset and you think, why is this person getting so upset? You've been conditioned to imagine that you can be quiet about things that have gone belly up all the time. So when we speak about certain things, it's for the people. I don't care about the politics, who's on one side, whatever, that you insist on good governance. You insist on things being done right. That's why we have the conversations that we do, guys.
And I think also people need to understand that it is not a favor that these things ought to be done right.
Yeah.
They must be done right.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, no debate, no question. They actually must be done right. Sawa?
Yes.
All right, let's say a very good morning to you. And this is why we have the conversation, folks, that you can get a little bit emotional every now and then. I promise. Police will not come for you. Wallahi.
Call police. Police know they'll come.
Police know they come this one, I beg.
Come this one, I beg.
I
No.
beg. George Adimu says good morning and he's tuned in today. Karibu Sana, thank you. And for listening. Rongo is listening, he says. Peter Kiari is tuning from Mombasa and says that nobody is going to rescue your dreams. If you want a different life, stop wishing for it and start chasing it with everything you've got. Jerry Mogai. Meskia yo Peter Nania Mesema. Robert Abogo says, good morning, everybody. Tuned in from Mombasa. And Steve B says, good morning, Spice family. Tuned in from Dallas in Texas. We need a government that listens to his people. B? Yes, so. Yes, you do. And Desmond Cheese is also tuned in this morning and says, where? Si Jana Orezo Alingara. Okay, let's start with what is that?
Orezo is president.
Oh, okay. Alingara, where was...
Kungara. You can interpret whichever way you want to look at it.
Is that not shining like a star?
Okay, Kungara could be he showered, he's clean. He wore a beautiful outfit. So Kungara would mean different things.
Okay.
Or he had a good statement that resonated with the people. You can ngara in many ways.
Okay.
Yeah,
but the word ngara means...
shine.
Oh, right. Okay. So he was ngaraing.
He was ngaraing.
Okay.
It's like in the morning I would tell you, leo nakuona uko ngari. You're shiny.
You're on a very long thing, my friend. Okay. Sawa. Yay. Life. Margaret Wadjo, he says, good morning, everybody. Tune in from Two Spice FM, the Situation Room. Tune in from Houston, Texas. It's great to be here. Let's continue the great conversations. Thank you, Margaret, for being here. A very good morning to you. Dr. Venvic, tuned in from Tudor in Mombasa. Pan-African Kenyan says, good morning from Nairobi. Good morning. Melbourne, knock. Who's there, Melbourne? Where have you been? If something keeps getting worse and nobody fixes it, it's always because the people in a position to fix it are benefiting from it. Staying broken. My friends, shout it louder.
Yes.
Because, yes, somebody's benefiting from the chaos. That's for absolute sure. Excuse me. Kimiak. Kimiak. Today you have two sentences. You started and said, reject Ebola quarantine for Americans in Laikipia or anywhere in Kenya. And then you say, nothing good will come out of the Kenya Kwanzaa regime. Sawa, good morning.
Consistency.
Talk about consistency.
Yeah.
Wallahi. Hisa Daniel says, good morning, Spice, tuned in from Atiak in Uganda. And Collins Kim Tai says, good morning. The alternative opposition should give the alternative budget instead of rejecting it. Okay. Don't just say no, but say if not.
What are you proposing?
Yeah. If not, then what?
Yes.
Is what you're saying. Okay. Fidelis says, Tupo Hapa, grateful for a new day indeed. And that to be counted among the living is indeed. Amos Oirongo. Mwalimu Oirongo Amos from Kisi. Good morning to you, Mwalimu. Karibu sana. Hizakale says, good morning. Spices. We used to tell him, boss, hii kitu ni mbaya. He just said, now we see where we are. Sindio? Yes. Vintage Oak says, good morning, Ndu Dennis. Good morning. All set for the show. Let's go. Jennifer Tenya, good morning. Good morning, my favorite duo and the Spice family. Good morning to you, Jennifer. Ndu, is it your birthday month? I said, if you're born in June, stand up, and dance like an apple tree. God bless you. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Yes, it is. Bwangi Juma says, good morning, Spice FM. How are you all this blessed Wednesday? Kenya is indeed a plantation and we're working for someone. He says he gave us permission to use part of the plantation for Ebola. What? Yeah, he did. I allowed, he said. Richard Odera says, good morning, tuned in from Mikindani in Mombasa. The names of Utumishi 7 should be published to enable trace of their previous character in primary. I just want to say that one of the girls who came up yesterday and she gave a kind of like a presser and announcement, she was very clear in her assertions. And she said, number one, something needs to be done. Because where the majority of the girls who died while sleeping was in a place that was not even supposed to be a cube. It had been covered with a piece of wood, which we know is highly flammable, number one. Number two, it was just an extra space that beds had been put in. There were no windows. This is somebody who lived in that dome. And she said where these girls died in the majority, no windows, there were no windows. Do you understand? It's not that there were windows with grills. There were no windows.
In a highly flammable area.
Highly flammable area, and it was covered by wood. She said, number one, that should not be a bed space. Number two, there are no fire extinguishers. She said, that needs to be fixed. And she said, number three, these girls who did this should actually rot in prison because They ran away, number one. Number two, they were laughing and smiling. Some were crying, not because they felt remorseful, but because they had an opportunity. They were out. They had been, they were out of the fire. She said they should rot in hell. She said these colleagues of ours who died would have been alive if that space was conducive for living. And she was very sober. And I looked at her and I said, that's it.
That's it.
All this long story back and forth that we've been doing. She said very clearly, fix the thing, put these things in place, and let those who did this pay. Period.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I was like, on the money. That's it. And here we are still having conversations. Yes, they were arraigned in court yesterday. The Director of Children's Prosecution is trying to hold them for 30 days for them to do investigations. We'll wait and see what happens. The thing, though, according to the law, is that they can actually be out on bail. Mm-hmm. And then what would happen? They would continue schooling. What would it be? We continue to have this conversation. It's uncomfortable. You want to put it on the back burner, or you want to throw it under the carpet. We're not going to. We're going to talk about it. Let us get so uncomfortable with doing the wrong thing that we have a conversation until we agree, all of us, that we're going to do the right thing. Yeah. And we've seen a number of other schools closed yesterday because there was a potential of nonsense now happening again. National schools. Big Boys National School shut down indefinitely because nonsense is going on. Yeah. We'll keep talking about it.
That's the thing is, especially if you listen to what is coming out now from especially the school you're hearing about, and you're like, why haven't the responsibility bearers said anything?
Because nobody talks about it.
You know
Dennis.
what I mean?
If you talk about it, they say you're a troublemaker, rubble rouser. Nobody talks about it until the doo-doo has hit the fan. And then now we're all trying to run away from it. No, we didn't talk about it. We didn't address it when we should have.
Yeah.
And then it now grows into this mountain. And then we're trying to deal with it when it's already a mountain.
Wish I knew.
Hey, no, man. No. Call me emotional. Call me Felicia, whatever. It's okay. But now that's it. And that's what we're talking about this morning. Okay, so let's get through and say hello to everybody as fast as we can, even as we make those comments. Where were we? Eric Awar says, good morning. We see you. Good morning. Liumi Jr., bonjour, mes amis. KMPDU has no legs. SG's messaging of keep your quarantine center was vague and weak. Okay, it was. Interesting. Good morning, he says, Eric, we see you. Good morning. Engineer Julius Opani says, good morning, my favorite people and station. Ikon Dani Kabisa, good morning to you. Milestone says, scrap the useless woman rep seat. Reduce counties to 7. Scrap nominated positions. Okay. We're scrapping everything this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. You've woken up in a scrappy mood. Scrap it. Nashan Gogi says, good morning. Oh, good morning, Indu and Dennis. Dr. Oz insists that the State Department will work out something with the government. Labda hiyo check iko pending ku clear. Our court's decision not to be respected from Love from Arizona. Indeed. Look about sovereignty of states.
Yeah.
The court has ruled itself and said conservatory orders have been granted. But nothing is to happen in any place in this country. That's what the court said yesterday. Yeah. The AG declined to show up. She's doing, I don't know, she was busy on a Tuesday morning.
She's advising government.
Yeah. So she decided, well, I can't come. Whatever. So it's like that song, I cannot come to the banquet. Don't bother me now. I have got me a wife. I have bought me a cow. I have fields and commitments that cost a pretty sum. So hold me excuse, I cannot come.
Hey! Yeah.
That's what the AG said yesterday. I'm busy. Cannot come.
CG.
Hey, that's what she said yesterday. So the court said, okay, stop it. We're not doing. Yeah. But then the Americans said, we'll see what we can do. No, sovereign land, court in a sovereign land has said, no, stop it.
Stop it.
So go away for now. Yeah. Harun Kimathi says, careful, Aseto. What do you want him to be careful about? Okay. Leo says, hello, Princess Ndu and Aseto. Binti Wamfao, my birthday month, and should be very everyday. Cindy, the month is packed with many things. Budget, then memorial, more martyrs of motherland, or will state comply with Katiba? That's a good question. Tibbs Muge says, good morning, Spice FM. Can you invite Anti-Counterfeit Network Africa? We need to have conversations on fake goods and services. Jerry. Yeah. Happy birthday month. Babies, we are celebrating you, Kabisa, from the beginning to the end. We should come to sing Ezeyo. Okay. Wanda, good morning. Ndwana Seto from Toronto. Happy birthday month. I'm looking forward to the conversations today. Let's get into it proper. Muko, this is Grace who's saying, good morning, Ndwana Seto. Blessings to you too. To James said Ndu got flustered a bit. Good morning to you, James. Where? Excuse me. Fiery Red says, good morning. Today's guest lineup sounds good. Yes, it's looking good. Let's get into it. Senna Emily says, good morning. We pray for a better month. Indeed, we do. Nyakundi Emmanuel says, good morning, my fellow Kenyans. We're together in saying no Ebola quarantine in Kenya. 1.7 billion cannot make us sell our sovereignty. Indeed. Simon Kibiru says, good morning, Spices. Lock for today's discussions. Happy Wednesday to you too. Mutuflani says, petition for Binti Wanfalme to be doing guard of honor to open the show in Dio 2. Tuanange akina EVE, Joylene, Mutanu. I agree.
Yeah.
Do you see now? It's not me who has said. It's not me. Nini.
Yeah, we'll be next to the Parapanda. And we're not going to heaven. It's just Parapanda for God of honor.
So we will just stand and watch. Good morning, says Christina. Good morning to you. Bwangi Juma says, good morning, Spice FM. Do we really have members of parliament to represent us? Well, to the police, why shoot to kill? Why? Are Kenyan citizens your enemies? Good question. Have a spicy Wednesday, says Thomas Osoro. Raskodor says, good morning from Eldoret. Hottest show, kama kawaida kabisa. Welcome, welcome. Joel Karaoke says he could listen to Ndu all day. Maybe I should do like a tape and just sell it.
I know.
Look at this guy at here, I know.
Records of the year.
Mr. Korosky says, good morning, Ndwana Seto, tuning in from Kericho County. Sarah Rabat says, morning, Ndu baby Abuju. What?
Abuju.
It's been a long time since you blush. I don't blush. Let's have a blessed day. Psalm 107, 1-10. Let all those whom the Lord has done these great things give him thanks. I agree. And a lot is going on. We need a national rest week to rest from the government and life itself. Pin otweleso. What does that mean?
Nchi inafaa ifungwe leso.
Okay.
Leso. We call it a rapper.
Yeah, we call it rapper.
Yeah. Rap the country.
Wrap it up for me.
It up,
okay.
Man. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Karibu, karibu, karibu. Lovely to have you in the room. As we get into these conversations, I have decided that the joy of the Lord is my strength, because otherwise, we are very, very difficult Wednesday. Let's get into it and look into the headlines. When we come back from this quick break, we'll take a look at what's happening with weather, traffic, and then we'll come back and look into the headlines. Don't go away. It's 7:25.
This is the Situation Room. The only way.
As the opposition, courts, and activists step up their resistance, former CDC officials, infectious disease physicians, and epidemiologists have warned U.S. leaders that sending Ebola-exposed patients, Americans rather, to Laikipia would be a dangerous break from long-standing medical practice, raising profound clinical, ethical, and operational and legal concerns. As President William Ruto defends the deal, the experts say citizens ought to be treated in the U.S. or at the source of infection. Hello? Duh. I don't get it. Some things just seem so obvious, and I don't even know why we're, playing with it. According to the courts, Ruto is ordered to reveal Ebola deal details as U.S. experts raise alarm. That's on page 2. And yes, the court actually said, tell us the details. The court has ordered, tell us the details of this deal that came about in the first place. Make it public. We're talking about 1.7 billion shillings. What is the case? A lady is asking questions. Why did you have to kill my son? That's on page 3. Families mourn loved ones as calm returns to Nanyuki town. And these, of course, from the protests that were taking place Sunday into Monday. And unfortunately, live ammunition was used. Like I said yesterday, Kate Waruguru came out quite decisively and said, you can't do this. And there we are with people dead yet again. 12.7 billion shillings budget deficit puts at risk Tito Shah medical insurance. Where is Javas Bigambo? Because maybe he can explain this to us. Alego Songa Member of Parliament Samuel Atandi, who chairs the National Assembly Budget and Appropriations Committee, is pictured there. And the question is, schools' capitation funding gap in the next financial year's budget is at 57 billion already, which threatens learning across all levels of basic education. There's a 12.7 billion shilling budget deficit, and so the teachers' medical insurance is already being questioned as per what is going to happen. So is it working?
Is it? No.
Mount Kenya's leaders accused Ruto of ethnic profiling. We saw DCP come out yesterday and talk about several things that have happened that would then buffer this sentiment. And Democracy for Citizens Party members, led by the Secretary General designate, John Methu, and that's Senator John Methu, during a media briefing in Nairobi yesterday, and they were talking about certain things whereby the people's property had been destroyed, people have been killed, people have been at risk, and then also talking about Ebola again. So they were saying, you know what, all of this is just a mess, it just cannot happen. Why lobby group? I would have added other things if I was the one writing that story. Want basic education PS Bitok sent home. Now, I can understand why they say in a sector, it's the operations that matter. And so it wouldn't really matter if you moved people around, because we do know that PS Bitok was at immigration before he was moved, a couple of times, and now he's at education. But that there are certain things you must then be able to do to run in a different office.
True.
Now, they're saying that according to this lobby group, which is the Consumer Federation of Kenya, COFEC, they're saying that the Public Service Commission should immediately, not maybe later, commence removal proceedings against Bitok, accusing him of gross misconduct, incompetence, dereliction of duty, abuse of office, and violation of constitutional principles during his tenure in both the immigration and education ministries. So they're saying, not even just in education, even when you had immigration, things were not running. People couldn't get passports. Lines were due forever. And then you've come to education, and then you've just made a mess of the thing even more, and you're the operation of this ministry, at least for basic education. They said, come and be going. So they've said, PSC, excuse me.
Yep.
Left. Yeah. Because you can't have so many things going wrong under somebody's watch.
True.
Is it a trend? State seeks 30 days detention for Utumishi girls' arson suspects. And they did present themselves in court. Well, they were presented in court yesterday. So that number is actually 9. They were linked to the Utumishi Girls High School dormitory fire that claimed the lives of 16 students appear before Chief Magistrate Ramadan Abdul Kadir at the Naivasha Law Courts yesterday. And they were arrested on suspicion of involvement in fatal school arson. Magistrate orders age verification and maintains current holding status. So for now, they'll still be held. He wants all of their ages to be determined and certified. I don't know if they're coming back today for mention in terms of the decision to either keep holding them for 30 days or to grant them bail, while there will be a case to answer if this will go to court, or rather go to trial. Sawa.
Yes.
The new ambassador to Kenya, and if you want to ask yourself how strategic the U.S. is in appointing ambassadors to certain countries, the new ambassador to Kenya is a former Haiti appointment. Veteran diplomat Henry Worcester has been nominated U.S. ambassador to Kenya, ending a 19-month vacancy. After Antine left, there's been nobody, really.
Since Meg left.
Yeah, since Meg left, there's been no one, right? So he's coming. His nomination comes amid trade negotiations, diplomatic tensions, and preparations for Kenya's 2027 election. Read into it what you wish. Court rejects Biatosha Fresh bid to stop 300 billion shilling EABL share sale. So they've said they want to stop the sale. Court says no, it goes. Corruption suspects fined 198 million shillings or face 75 years in jail. Wololo. 10 individuals and companies have been fined a total of 198 million shillings or sentenced to more than 75 years in prison after being found guilty of fraudulently receiving 51.6 million shillings from Kilifi County in a sham supply scheme involving air deliveries. Air.
Hewa.
Yani.
I don't know how they packaged it.
Yeah, for real. Yani, you drop and say, in fact, can you imagine that day the truck is coming?
Yeah. Please offload it.
Park
yes,
here.
sir.
Ebu,
Come here with your
boys.
With your boys. Start collecting air
Start
one by one.
collecting. Then they drive off. Alafu mtu anaanza kufungua. Salala. Nini? Yeah. And you paid how much for it? 51.6 million. You paid. You removed money.
Yeah.
Somebody signed twice. Removed money. You paid somebody. Then you open and you get what?
Hey.
People are high on Omena. I'm telling you. Crazy.
51 million.
No respect for law as politicians fight for survival in polls. Okay, that's no surprise. Unfortunately, is it crazy that it's not a surprise when people are not respecting the law because you've done it all the time? It's not different to anybody.
Let me make it even better. Majority of them are called what? Lawmakers.
Today you're on a roll, my friend. Lawmakers, not respecting the law. I mean, oxymoronic. Into the opinion pages in the Standard this morning, Faith Wekesa talks about how we must have an important conversation that must be had on the school's tragedy. And of course, we're looking into the opinion pages then where Harrison Moiro talks about right policy will make AI a real tool for developments in Africa, that it actually can be used if it's used right. And if those lawmakers will actually get, their I's dotted and their T's crossed, looking into the enterprise pages and also into the counties. Get yourself a copy of the Standard today. We'll look into some of these stories in details, or if you can't, get a copy of the e-paper, the news in your pockets.
Yeah, I think before you leave that paper, the Standard, there's a gentleman there who said, Nairobi's growing security challenges deserve special police unit. Agree?
Nairobi deserves a special police unit.
Anyway, let's go to the Daily Nation. Ruto, I allowed US to bring Ebola patients. So he owned up. President Ruto acknowledges he accepted the request by President Trump for Kenya to host a quarantine and treatment facility for Americans exposed to Ebola at Laikipia Airbase in Nanyuki, even as public opposition to plan grows. Now, the court order, High Court extends orders blocking the setting up of the Ebola isolation unit and admission into Kenya of persons exposed to or infected with Ebola. State directed to make public the secret agreement with the U.S. The president agreed on behalf of 55 million Kenyans. Then why is the agreement a secret?
Wow.
Katiba says public participate.
The adjective here being of that participation is public.
Public.
Yeah.
The only public thing I saw was his agreement to... Yes, Nilikubali. That's the only public participation.
That's the most public part of this whole damn thing.
Yeah. So, U.S. official says Saturday's court decree came as flights carrying American specialists and kits were airborne and confirms foundation works on Ebola unit. So, the court order... Tupata kama tuko juu ya hewa. So we just had to land. We just had to land. We had clearance from left, right, and center, so we had no option but to just land. And the rising ocean swallows Kenya's coastline, so that is in page 10, and that is attributed to climate change as well, that we see parts of the land is actually being claimed back by the ocean. And the 5.3 billion shillings TSC budget gap leaves teachers without insurance cover, so we've seen that as well on page 6. One asked the question, how does that then go to affect the quality of education or education overall? Because a healthy teacher is a wealthy teacher and is a teacher who will deliver.
Right.
Because I can't teach when my child I'm not able to treat my child. Make sense?
Or even treat myself.
Yeah. So, Utumishi fire tragedy, court to decide on fate of 9 students. So, police seek 30 more days to analyze CCTV footage, forensic reports, and witness statements after dormitory fire. So, we wait to see our decision will be made with regard to that. Now, 9 Form 3 students remain in custody pending ruling. So, they just left the dormitories and went to...
Wherever they went.
Because
I'm actually asking, did they get into the crowd with everybody else?
No, because I'm thinking, so we have, this was junior school, right? Senior school.
Form 3, they're in senior school.
No, senior school.
Yeah.
But those were grade 10s.
Yeah. All of them are in senior school.
So walienda wakaamua kuwasha moto.
The 9 are Form 3 students.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But grade 10, it's now, senior school is now grade 10, Form 3 and Form 4. Yeah.
Hey, anyway.
Yeah.
Why indirect contributions now count as matrimonial property? So court has ruled that a woman who used a salary to meet household expenses was entitled to part of matrimonial assets.
Yes, sir.
Nilinunua boga, nikanunua tokens, nikalipa msichana wa kazi. All that. Si tunaishi pamoja, si you are comfortable. Hii nyumba tunapaswa katikati. Half. Gari, saidi ya driver ni yako, passenger ni yangu.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah? Things keep on changing every day. Now, court, don't wait past 3 years to sue employer. Employees who believe they have been unfairly dismissed or unlawfully treated at work should move to court within 3 years of the disputed action. A recent ruling by the Employment and Labour Relations Court has shown now the court dismissed an application by a former employee of Nyayo T-Zones Development Corporation who sought permission to file an unfair termination suit outside the statutory deadline, ruling that judges have no power to extend time once the limitation period has expired. So lazima upige uende kotini within 3 years.
Within 3 years of the said abuse.
Of the said abuse.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So Ruto now owns up to allowing U.S. Ebola patients into Kenya. Now, American officials defend Ebola facility. Now, U.S. official says the protocol on who is going to use the facility and when they are coming in are ongoing discussions. So seemingly, it looks like we have two sides from the U.S. There are those who say, bring them home. There are those who say, wacha wakae huko, wakipona, watakuja home. Now, 5.3 billion shillings gap threatens teachers' insurance cover. That is in page 6. And in page 7 is all about ODM. Orange Party turns to South Africa's ANC for nomination lessons. ODM is 20 years old.
Yes, it is.
And in the 20 years, they've had nominations every other time.
Yes.
So today they're going to ANC to learn about nominations. So what exactly have they been doing in those 20 years?
How about we ask?
Yes.
Which ANC?
Oh, it's South Africa.
Okay.
South African ANC.
So all this time they've been telling us that the 20 years that they've been in operation, they've been doing...
Shoddy nominations.
All right.
I'm not saying...
No, I'm asking.
I'm just asking.
If you're going to learn about it now, because usually you learn something you don't know.
To improve on what it is you have.
Oh,
so
okay. Okay, maybe it's improvement. Okay, so that's okay.
Okay. How Sifuna wave is rattling old guard in Western Kenya. So declaring support for the Nairobi senator is gaining currency at public gatherings in funerals. Mimi Sifuna. Now, Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale says the Luyas are no longer fools and they shall not be taken for granted.
It's good.
Isukuti.
Yes, it's very
Isukuti. Now, rising ocean swallows the coastlines of some farming communities living near the ocean have been forced to move elsewhere in recent years after salt water invaded their land. It's not only a story at the coast, Baringo, Baringo, like Nakuru as well, swallowing our residential areas. What are we doing about it? Are we just watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why Somali vote shaping as game changer in Ruto 27 two-term bid?
Okay.
Can't run away from that vote. The president has employed multi-pronged tactic to woo the region. And he was there and shed a tear and said that his successor must live in Wajir. Did you hear that? I heard my own thing.
He must live in Wajir.
Because he has built a state lodge there.
You know what? Anyway.
Okay.
Story for another day.
All right.
But that state lodge was good.
Yeah. So no, I hear. A U.S. House team opposes Ebola quarantine project.
Okay.
Are you surprised? It seems that even some people in the U.S. are thinking straight. And they're saying, stop it. Excuse me. Can't happen. So let's see how that's going to play out. Because now then you have your people who are having a conversation and they're saying, okay, actually, no. We are not sanctioning what the president and his secretary of state are doing. And we're actually saying from the House, House, akin to Parliament. Then they're saying, excuse me, we are here. We actually make the law in this country. Yeah. And we're saying that this is not a good idea. So they're putting it out there. This is going to be fun. Do you know what I think is going to happen at the end of the day? That Kenyans are going to sit back and watch this drama unfurl. Yeah. Like House
stops the president.
Congress looking at DJT and saying, excuse me.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man? That's what it looks like right now.
But I think for me, lesson learned here is nobody is immune from natural calamities. It would have been a different discussion if everybody sat on the table and said, this is a global problem. We need to find a solution.
Right. But then again,
solution is in Kenya.
Solution is in Kenya for now. Let's see, because like I said, it's going to be an interesting couple of days to see what goes. But the court is very clear about the position that it has taken. You will not override the sovereignty of a nation through its courts. You won't then be able to do that. The court, again, is to rule on the Utumishi 9 probe team's time appeal. So they're looking for 30 days. Let's see what the court has to say about that. What magistrate will say. Shame of using... Now, this headline. The shame of using pieces of mattress as sanitary towels. I'm going to read that again. and you're going to put it against the promise that was made.
Yeah.
In fact, the people who were in that women's league, Gloria Rwoba, who was saying that, these are one of the things that pains me that we were not able to do. The provision of sanitary towels in this country. And now you hear that there's a shame where girls use pieces of mattress. Let's not even talk about the hygiene.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about all of the risks that just lie in that one process. And they're using these as sanitary towels in Kenya, not on Mars. Kenya, okay? So when you talk about promises vis-a-vis the reality, this is what we're talking about. For many girls, using a sanitary pad is a routine part of life. But for 13-year-old Somoy Abdullahi, not her real name, from Marsabit County, it remains a luxury she can only dream of. Unable to afford sanitary towels, Somoy cuts pieces from an old blanket and uses them during her monthly period. While the makeshift solution helps contain the flow, it does very little to ease her anxiety. Every month, she lives in fear of staining her school uniform. She says, when I'm on my period during school days, I stay at home. I don't want to embarrass myself. Reality check.
So take 7 days every month of school day. Then do your math. And tell
How many
me
school days do you miss?
How many school days she's missing. And how then you as a government, as a people, are relieving as per the constitution of providing affordable basic education for every Kenyan child.
It was one of your pillars, you promised.
Yes.
Yeah, and this one we call it G. We call it on this because they said that they were going to actually do this and that was going to be. This is one of the things that you say when you promise that. Look at what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
For maybe 7 in some cases, 4 to 5 days in a month, and you multiply that by 11. 60 days.
Yeah.
55 to 60 days out of school because of something that can be sorted out with, guess what? 200 to 300 shillings times 10.
Yeah.
3,000 bob. Okay. Do the math. It's actually doable, especially when you're using 8 million shillings to fly in helicopters.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that perhaps there's something that you can do.
20 billion shillings for Chad Mandas. You can do something.
And flying around. No, perhaps you can buy sanitary towels for the girls in the country that are not able to afford them and keep them in school. Maybe. No? May? Okay. I'm just saying. It's very possible. Yeah. The headline on the Business Daily today talks about a new formula dims hope of June diesel price cuts. Yikes. We're closer and closer to the 14th of June. Does that mean that we will see lower prices, or is it a dream?
In your dreams.
Oi, we're still dreaming. We're still dreaming. One thing we're not dreaming about, for absolute sure, is that it's 7 o'clock.
This is the Situation Room